Let's talk about something most people won't tell you about success, especially in the online business space. You're not struggling because you're lazy. You're not stuck because you don't know enough. And you're definitely not failing because you missed a step in someone's funnel strategy. The reason most people don't see consistent success in business, especially spiritually aware, high potential, creative people like you, is because they're trying to manifest from the wrong identity. They're trying to manifest a new result while still being the old version of themselves. And recently, I had this confirmed on a whole other level when I attended a 3-day event hosted by Russell Brunson. Now, I'm not going to break down his webinar framework or teach his pitch stack. That's his job. I'm going to leave it to him. I'll link the event in the description if you want to check that out. I attended it last month in March. It was towards the end of March. I believe it is going on again end of this month, so I think it's next week. Apologies for getting this video out so short before it happens, but I think he does do it every month. So if you can attend the one this time, I believe he will be doing it in May as well. I think it's at the end of every month. You can check that out. Link will be in the description if you want that. Also, if you would like to work with me personally, quick plug right here, links to my services are in description as well. Now, what I want to talk about today is how everything he shared tied back to something I've always known and always thought. Your identity is your selector. Your results are a reflection of your state, and your state is who you are being. So let's go ahead and dive into this further. Your conscious mind makes decisions based on the 5 senses. It calculates, solves problems, looks at the 3D, and that's what most people call, quote unquote, manifesting. But I don't teach manifestation like that because we're not creating anything. Creation is already finished. You're not attracting money or success. You're selecting a version of reality that already exists. And you select through identity or the self, through being, through embodiment. I teach this as stop, select, self. I have other videos on this, but I'm going to go through it briefly here. Stop reacting to the 3D because it's optional. It's an illusion. You get to make a different selection. Select the version of reality you prefer. Then self. Become the version of you who already lives in that reality. And how do you know you've selected successfully? It becomes normal. It becomes mindless. Just like driving. At first, it's scary. You're cautious, right? You're overthinking every move. But eventually, you can drive in silence, zone out, end up at home wondering, how did I even get here? That's muscle memory. That's embodiment. That's a shifted identity. Now, let's talk about what stops people from getting there. Fear. Fear is the instinctive mind, the ego, the liar. It's not intuition, it's a loop. It's telling you what to feel, not what's true. Fear says, you're not good enough. You're not ready. If you put yourself out there, everyone's going to laugh at you. You're going to be judged. And for most people, fear wins. That's why you see people who are brilliant writers who don't write. Gifted singers who never sing. Coaches with power to change lives still stuck in the I'll start it next month cycle. Fear is the devil in disguise. And the devil's biggest goal? To make sure you never dream big. To keep you, quote unquote, safe. to keep you small, to make sure you don't shine your light as the lighthouse, to make sure you never activate your divine assignment. Have you ever wondered why your business hasn't taken off yet? Or why your money manifestations feel inconsistent? It's not because you're doing something wrong. It's because you're trying to build an empire from the blueprint of a scared, uncertain version of you. That's like trying to lift 5-pound weights every day and wondering why your muscles aren't growing. Bigger goals bring more resistance, not because they're harder, but because fear gets louder. The moment you say, I want to build a 6-figure business, your fear says, who do you think you are? What if you fail publicly? You can't even afford new groceries right now. Are you kidding me? That's the weight. And just like in the gym, most people would drop it. Not because they can't lift it, but because they've never practiced being someone who can. And then what happens? They stay on the same old road, one filled with potholes, doubts, barricades. But that road feels familiar. And fear loves familiar. But you're here because you know there's another road. A smooth, direct, high-speed highway. The only detour signs blocking you are the ones you put there. So take them down. So let's talk money for just a moment. What do you say when you see something you want? A course, coaching, a new phone, a new pair of shoes, a lifestyle upgrade? Do you say, I can't afford that? That's too expensive. Maybe someday. If so, stop. Take a pause. Because you just selected a version of you who can't. You just declared, I'm not the version who gets that. In Rich Dad, Poor Dad, he teaches to ask, how can I afford that? Because when you ask that, your brain opens. You step into resourcefulness. You shift into power. And this was echoed all throughout the Selling Online event, not just by Russell, but through stories of people who maxed out cards, drained savings, went all in, not because they were reckless, but because they knew. This is who I'm becoming. I'm backing that with action. Tony Robbins tells the story of burning the boats. When warriors arrived on enemy shores, they set the ships on fire. Why? So there was no turning back, no escape plan, no maybe someday. Only we take the island. Success was the only option. Most successful people, they didn't say, I can't. They said, I will. I am. It's already done. And the universe matched that knowing. Let me take a moment here to speak to the ones who haven't even started yet. Maybe you're thinking about a business that you want to start. Maybe you've had the dream for years, the product idea, the coaching business, the writing, the healing. Maybe it's as simple as it's a hobby for you, like photography, and you want to turn that into something, but you keep saying, I'll start when I have more time. I need to feel more ready. I just need to figure it out. That's no different than saying, I'll start the diet on Monday. Except Monday never comes. You're the writer that's not writing. You're the healer that's not healing. You're the leader hiding in plain sight. And if the greats had done that, oh man, we'd never know Martin Luther King's dream. We'd never witness Tina Turner's comeback. Yes, girl. We'd never have Nikola Tesla's inventions. Your inaction is a loss, not just for you, but for everyone you're meant to serve. You are the world. And if you feel like you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, that's because you are the world. Let's talk about faith for just a moment. Faith is knowing, not hoping. It's identity-based belief that doesn't flinch. Matthew 6:21 says, "Where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." So I ask you, what are you treasuring? What are you investing your belief into? Is it fear or faith? Because the devil wants you frozen, but God gave you dreams for a reason. And when you hear a no, whether it's a door slammed in your face, a failed launch, or silence online, you get a choice. As Jamie Kern Lima said, you get a no, God gives you a knowing. Are you going to believe the no, or are you going to anchor into the knowing? One of the most powerful speakers at this event was Ben Kajar, and I hope I'm saying his name correctly. He was born with Crouzon disease, something that could have defined him, could have silenced him. He spoke so highly of his mother and talked about how before multiple surgeries that he's had even now to look where he is now, his mother was his cheerleader. His mother said so many great things. But one of the things she told him is you're different to make a difference. And you've got two choices. You can either be the victim or a victor. A victim stays in fear. A victim plays small. A victim says, I can't afford that, or it's too late for me. A victor moves from knowing, from worthiness, from divine assignment. You get to choose which one you're being every single day. As Myron Golden said, all eagles fly by falling. Even the ones who soar had to leap first. So, if you're done running your business from fear, if you're done trying to manifest money while still being the version of you who lacks it, then shift. Not tomorrow, not Monday, now. Comment, I've decided below if this spoke to you. Let that be your declaration, your activation, your rebirth. And if you want real structure to go with your new identity, check out the event I went to. I'll link it below. I believe Russell hosts the monthly, and it's a phenomenal space to lock in the business systems after you've locked in the identity. But remember, structure doesn't work if your identity doesn't match it. You're not here to learn how to hustle. You're here to remember who you are. This is how we alchemize. And as always, no matter who is watching my videos, day or night, I know you're about to have the best day or night of your life. And again, I already know that that's the case for you. Take care.